I still look surprisingly blue. Really, really blue, and I don't know if I'm having the same problem of, like, it glitching or lagging out. But I will figure that out. I just got done watching Jenna Streetley's, How I Conquered Writer's Block. I will have a link to the video in the description, because you guys really need to, like, watch it, in my opinion. Like, seriously. And what she basically talks about, for those who won't take the time to actually watch it, seriously, go watch it. Like, go down. I'll wait. Pause this and go watch it. Just go. It's down there. It's in the description. Okay, for those of you who did not pause this or already watched it, because it was released on January 4th, she basically talks about how it is, you don't really hate the words, and how a lot of us in the writing community, I'm not going to say authors because I am not published yet, therefore I am not an author. I am a writer. And I prefer writers tube over authors tube, because I feel like there's like, oh my god, you didn't publish a book? You're not a real author type of mentality, like, underneath the scenes, and it's like, me, I just want to give for myself, give myself some, like, barrier between having to write a book, like, writing a book, and then finishing a book, because once you finish the book, you are an author. Just point blank. You're not a published author, but you are an author. I have yet to finish any books. Therefore, I am a writer. But that's besides the point. Sorry for the ramble. But she goes on how she loves language. I agree with 100% of what she said. But for me, it goes a little deeper. For those who don't, like, realize, I have a lisp. Speaking is hard for me. Reading is hard for me because of my dyslexia. I can't even pronounce it right. And whenever I try to have a face-to-face conversation, like, surprisingly, this is easier for me to do than having a face-to-face conversation. Don't know why. I stutter. And I get all anxious and nervous, and it's like, I shake like a chihuahua. And you see all the ands and uhs in my conversation, in me talking, that disappears when I write. When I write, there is no problems with my mouth. I can say exactly what I need to say. There may be times when my mind goes too fast for my hand, but that's easily fixed. I've had a lot of people, when it comes to my writing, call me a retard. Said, I sound like a retard. First of all, stop calling people that. It's rude. Second of all, I don't know whether to, like, give you the middle finger or thank you for the fact that you complimented my work as someone who wrote beyond my ears. Like, unless I'm, like, really, like, tired, I sound like someone when I was in high school, I sounded like someone who was polite, who was in college, who had a lot of manners and grammar and all of this. And I had someone swear up and down. My mom actually went through my Facebook and typed to her. For me, it's a way to communicate. When you read my words, you can't tell I have a disability. Any of my disabilities. And that's what I love about writing in itself. Language is too confusing for me to, tell you exactly what I love. I love writing. I love the words of writing. The written word is a passion of mine. She also went into why you're writing. Generally, for me, because it's one of the few things where people don't judge my body. They don't look me head to tail and start talking down to me. Or, like the one girl lady in when I was getting my hair done, shorter hair. She kept on going to my mother and looking towards my mom because she, subconsciously assumed that I couldn't talk. Or that I was too stupid to talk. There's none of that here. That's why I love writing. And when it comes to my problems, when it comes to writer's block, usually I have a problem on not getting it to my words, to my written words, to sound the way I want it to envision in my head. Or 2, I have no idea. It's I have no idea what my characters are doing. Why this upsets me, but it's you read something that your characters did and it's no, they wouldn't have done that. And you can't figure out why. There's that. And there's also plot holes. The characters things I will go over in the next video. But on to why someone writes certain books. And with the 3 composition books, I still have them here from the video I previously recorded tonight. It will be up on the 4th, March 4th. It's already uploaded, it's just scheduled to be on the 4th. This one will be up on Thursday. Will be up on the 7th. So there's that. But I'm going to explain to you why I'm writing certain books. My characters thing. Would you believe me if I told you it was basically me overhearing, oh, you can't find a good baby name anymore, or baby names of certain letters. It's there's an overabundance of certain letters, so it's sort of like a challenge to myself, and it helps me relax. I'm trying to keep my emotions in check. My fairy book is because I've always loved fairies and the idea of mythical creatures and the like. But I also noticed that we seem to take a lot from the England and those cultures, and I see very few when it comes to fairies or mythical creatures from other cultures. And that's why I'm trying to get mythical creatures from around the world in this one. Really need to start working on this one. My 12 Kingdoms, which I need a title, it's done for 2 different ways. I've always loved this idea of this book, the story of this book, but I keep on being told, well, you're too pale to write that. You wouldn't know what you're doing. This is mine. Ha! You're wrong. You're wrong. I will do my research. I will do my due diligence. Hopefully, no one like beats me up too badly, but I am doing the research, and this is one of my favorite books. Rose Kids is mainly because I love the like who I'm writing for on that is a story that reminds me of me, my mom, and my stepdad. My stepdad died before I even started, but he was a man who just having him around made me feel safe, because I didn't have the best childhood when it came to my real dad, and my stepdad changed all that. Now, before I end this, I would love it, most importantly, if you guys could take this one thing from it. Do not think that just because there is a disability, do not judge a person by how they talk. Try not to, at least. Because those people you call retarded all through elementary school, they do have a mind. They do have feelings. And for a person like me, the written word, and I still can't say words, but I can write them. Just be kind to each other. Or one of my favorite sayings is, don't judge a book by its cover. Have a good week. And I'm going to turn this off now before I start crying.